My first set of questions relates to the recent Senate's second reading amendment to a Fair Work Act bill. The amendment requires the government to conduct an investigation into massive wage theft occurring in the coal mining industry. I'll read the requirement, the motion. The part that's relevant says, the Senate requires the government to investigate claims that casual miners working under enterprise agreements in the black coal mining industry are and have been underpaid, and if underpayments are found to have occurred, to facilitate the reimbursement of the underpayments.
Thanks, Senator. We're certainly aware of that motion.
Thank you. That's pleasing to hear. This is Australia's largest wage theft case, totalling possibly over $1 billion and involving thefts of up to $40,000 per year per miner, stealing from 5,000 or more coal miners. When was the Senate's second reading amendment on your government's latest Fair Work Act amendment bill conveyed to the Minister?
Not sure, Senator, in the sense that we would have necessarily conveyed it to the Minister. But
yeah, I was just going to add to Mr Manning's evidence that certainly we were watching along and sort of noticed in real time.
So did you convey that to the Minister?
I didn't personally know.
So is it possible to find out when the Minister was
when he first became aware of it?
Yes.
We'll have to take that on notice.
That's fine, yeah. I don't expect you to know everything. Most things, but not everything.
That's a high bar.
So I take it then that no discussions have been held between the Minister and the Department?
We're still thinking through our advice to the Minister, so no, not yet, Senator.
Okay. So has the Department received or made any instructions?
We haven't yet given advice to the Minister or a submission to the Minister about the motion, so we're still working through it.
So the Minister has so you haven't made any instructions to him or given him any advice?
Not as yet.
Okay.
Not at today's date, Senator.
As Minister Burke discussed with you the nature of the investigation the Senate required him to make into wage theft involving Central Queensland and Hunter Valley miners?
No, he discussed with him. No, Senator, not yet.
Have any of his staff raised it with you?
Hi, Senator. Jennifer Wettinger, Assistant Secretary, Economics and International Labour. At this stage, we haven't discussed the matter with any of the Minister's staff, no.
Who do you expect will have a role in the investigation?
Oh, it's too early to say so. I mean, obviously, you know, there's a long history to the matter, and that's what we're
very long, very long history.
So that's what we're considering in terms of getting ready for those discussions and that advice to the Minister.
Minister, thank you for those answers. Minister, what would you expect for a fair and independent investigation?
That it be fair and independent.
What would characterise a fair and independent investigation?
I think everyone understands what those concepts mean. Have you caught up on the good news? I know you do have an interest in the conditions of coal miners. Have you caught up on the good news about the first decision or agreement resulting from our closing loophole laws?
I'm aware there's an agreement in an application.
Yeah, I think there might even be a couple, actually.
Two, I'm aware of two.
Yeah, so that's good news that we're seeing coal miners receive what they're entitled to as a result of our legislation.
We'll hear more about
I don't think you voted for that legislation, Senator.
We'll hear more about that, and I've already told you why publicly, Senator White.
But it's delivering more money to coal miners.
I'll have more to ask you about that tomorrow with glee.
Sure.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Chair.